What's up? What's up? So, have you ever quit something, or are you in the middle of doing something right now and actually considering just throwing in the towel? Well, quitting is the topic today on Tough Love Tuesday. It's the most surefire way to stay stuck, okay? So, along with this, I'm also going to be sharing 4 tips on what you can do if you aren't getting the results that maybe you want to in your business. And I'm also going to be sharing 3 ways to know that if it actually is in fact time to throw in the towel. I've been in the industry, next month will be 6 years, okay? I struggled for 4. Most people would have quit. They would not have kept going, okay? Like, when I say struggled, I'm telling you, it was so bad that my own sister, July of 2015, which was the tough love that she gave me that pushed me to actually put in some stinking work. She told me the only reason she hadn't unfriended me on Facebook was because I was her sister, but otherwise I was a spammer. And I realized, yeah, it sucked at the time to hear that, but at the same time, it forced me to take action. It forced me to stop being lazy, you know what I mean? And what I've been able to accomplish in the past 2 years is insane. I've been able to go from literally making like 0 online. You know, I've been able to get on and do trainings for like the primary network marketing company I'm in. I was able to come in my first month and become number 1 on the leaderboards. I was asked to train on Saturday calls. So what I'm trying to tell you is, had I quit, I would not be where I am today. I would be unhappy, punching a time clock, not having the time freedom that I have now. So a lot can change if you dig your heels in and you stop freaking quitting everything you start. The reality is, if you are constantly starting something and then you quit it, like, you are never going to see results, okay? Great things take time. I feel like quitting is a total problem in our industry, in our life, and that's why so many people walk around unhappy with where they're at, is because they start something and then they quit it because they aren't seeing super quick results, okay? It's horrible expectations that you can sit here and build a business overnight. It's the horrible expectation that you might have that, let's say you're starting on your own weight loss journey, and guess what? Like, you don't drop a pant size in your first week, and so you sit here and blame the products when you should be blaming yourself, because it's not the system, it's not the products, it's you and the fact that you aren't committed to the process, okay? So if you're stuck in anything, I'm going to share with you 4 tips to keep you from quitting. So the very first tip I can give you, number 1, first and foremost, is be committed, okay? Commitment. Anything you do takes commitment. You have to decide and make up in your mind that you are going to make this happen come hell or high water, no matter what anybody's opinion is, what anybody thinks you should be doing, you could be doing. You have to change that mindset, and you have to commit no matter what, okay? After some time, like, if you are staying committed, the second tip is to then go back and start troubleshooting, okay? To find out what's causing you to stay stuck. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples. So I want you to think about my thought process behind how you can go and actually troubleshoot if you are in fact stagnant and stuck and you aren't getting results, okay? So look at some things, you know, ask yourself, are you doing these things? If not, make the appropriate changes, okay? What can you do to ramp up and get better results, okay? So take, for instance, let's say you're staying committed, you're doing videos like every week and you've been doing it for months, but it's like, dude, nobody is engaging, okay? So first of all, you have to start troubleshooting and asking yourself, okay, if you're not getting any engagement on Facebook, okay, number 1, are you making the post public, or are you setting it to just friends? It could be as simple as that. Because if you are attracting new people and they're coming over, but they don't know who you are, and you have your post set to where it's private and only a select few people could see it, you're shooting yourself in the foot, okay? Are you making a point to grow your audience each week? That could be the problem. You know, if you aren't sitting here and you're staying at 500 friends on Facebook and you aren't growing your audience every single week, that could very well be a big problem of why you're not getting any engagement. Like, you need to start going out there and connecting with people like your ideal prospects. If you are growing a business online, you need eyeballs, like you need new blood, you need new leads, okay? So you have to troubleshoot and ask yourself, like, how can I make this better? What am I doing? What are some things that I can do to increase it? You know, when it comes to weight loss, you know, for my own story, if you're sitting here saying, I haven't really seen, you know, a lot more results, well, I need to go back and troubleshoot. Am I, in fact, getting in the products every single day? Am I under a lot of stress? Stress can totally cause you to gain weight, number one, in case you didn't know that. Sleep can affect or have an impact on you actually losing weight. Am I eating like crap? And if I'm doing everything perfect, okay, now what can I do to increase my results? Maybe I need to switch up my workout. So before you just go and quit and say, dude, the system don't work, you need to troubleshoot and find out what you're doing wrong, okay? So I guess that kind of ties into my third tip, which was make changes where needed and continue tweaking and getting better, okay? So just, again, if you see that changes have to be made, make the changes, tweak as needed as you go, and eventually you're going to get better and better and better, and you're going to be able to break through that plateau you might be having. So the fourth and final tip is get help. You don't have to do it alone. Doing it alone is no fun, okay? Not fun at all. It's so much more fun when you have people that you can do it with, because trust me, there are a lot of people out there who are really good at what you're weak at. Find those people, tap into those people. If you cannot get private coaching, maybe they have group coaching. Plug into an accountability group. Do whatever it takes, okay? But don't quit. So now I'm going to go into 3 ways to know if it is in fact time to throw in the towel. Now again, that might sound a little contradicting, but there are times where maybe it is time to actually quit and do something else, okay? First reason is if you don't like what you're doing, okay? Because if you aren't passionate about what you're doing, if you don't love what you're doing, you're never going to be able to help other people do it. Like, they're going to know that, dude, like, you aren't fired up. And I'm going to kind of give you an example, okay? I'm going to share my own personal experience. I started offering like private coaching, okay? But then the more I started doing private coaching and the more that it was like every single week I had to commit to these time slots, I got to a point to where I was like, you know, like, I love coaching, but I just do not like the whole private coaching, okay? Another thing that I want to point out is I could not scale private coaching. Okay, so I realized, like, I love my time freedom. Like, I love being able to do what I want when I want to do it. And so the second way that you know it's time to just throw in the towel is if it no longer fits your business model. Okay, and let me explain this. Again, like if I go back to my private coaching example, like if something like doesn't fit your business model, like I wanted to do more again, like the group coaching, I wanted to be able to hop on and be one-to-many versus just one-to-one constantly. Maybe it's time to again look for something else, decide what does fit your business model. And private coaching, again, no longer fit my business model, which is why I took it out. My third and final tip on whether or not it's time to actually quit what you're doing and find something else is if it no longer aligns with your beliefs, okay? So I was with a company and love the products, still use the products. Like, the products are the bomb, okay? Love the company, think it's an awesome company. It's just, it wasn't a fit for me because they were not big on outside trainers. So they did not want any of their reps to get any training outside of what the company provided. And it was also to the point that it was like, hey, if you see any reps promoting outside trainers, report them to compliance. And when they posted that, I decided that, you know what, like I'm very much huge into personal development. Like I love me some personal development, okay? And I'm not going to have a company tell me who I can learn from, because when it comes to my personal development, I'm going to remain a student. I'm going to seek out the best of the best to learn from. And if I don't feel like you are somebody who is filling my cup with good information, I'm not going to sit here and continue to follow. So for me, I had to make the decision that because the company didn't align with my beliefs, it was time to take a step back and do something different. And so those are kind of the 3 tips, to think of. Is it time to troubleshoot and get better, or is it time to actually take a step back and decide, what's best for you, what's best for your life, what's best for your family's life, what's going to be, the best fit for what you've got going on, aligned with, what you believe in. So hope you got some value from this today. A little bit longer than I anticipated. This was like a little mini training today. Again, share this out. Sharing is caring. And hope you guys got a lot of value. And until next time, bye.